Hey guys, welcome back to Sean Does DIY. I'm over here, I'm behind the big giant box. So this is the Ridgid R4251 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw. We're gonna get this thing out of the box, we're gonna set it up, and we're gonna try it out. All right, let's get started. Before we get the box open and get the saw set up, I just want to let everybody know that I am not sponsored by Ridgid or the Big Orange Box Store. They didn't send me this thing. I went and bought it with my own money. I've been wanting to replace the radial for a while, and I think the miter saw will just be more functional for me. I don't really use the radial with all the different bevels and angles and all that stuff it can do, but I think I will do it more with this saw. And I got the 12-inch because it's big. It says it has like a 17.5-inch cut on, when you're on a 90. But that's something we're certainly going to find out. All right, so now that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing open. All right, cut this plastic off. Oh, this is going to be cool. Close my knife here before I cut myself. All right, and might end up having to put this thing on the floor to get it out. It's big. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I picked it up and put it in the back of my truck by myself. The radial is definitely heavy. Let's see what it looks like inside. And as we go through, I'll put all the specifications and things like that, in the description below. I'll do some kind of graphic probably, to show it, the dimensions, because a lot of people ask me that on some of the things like the bandsaw and the drill press and stuff. Like, hey, how tall is that thing, or how wide is the base, and things like that. So we're going to get all that because once I get this open and set up, I'm going to end up redoing my bench because I'm going to put it where the radial is, and I'm going to have to redesign the bench for that. But that'll be fun. That's going to be an awesome thing to do. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this on the floor, and we'll get it out like that. And I'll put it up here on the table. All right. So let's see what we got in here. All right. Looks like we got a hold down piece. I'm gonna put this board up here so when I set the saw up there, text that. All right, let's see what else is in here. And it looks like it's packaged pretty well. I had to order it, so they shipped it to the store, and I picked it up there. But it, doesn't look too bad. When I got the table saw a year or so ago, it was man, that box was just beat to hell. All right, anyways, let's talk about this saw. All right, so here's the handle deals or whatever. Well, well. Another bag, some kind of maybe legs. Maybe these are the handles. Oh, these are the what you call them, for holding the wood and stuff up. Looks like there's some little screws in here. Whenever I do these things, I never throw the box away until I'm completely done, just in case there's something like this that I miss. I go, where are those pieces? All right. Looks like the dust collection adapter, but those of you that have used a chop saw or a miter saw like this, dust collection is horrible on these things unless you have some kind of weird enclosed booth or something. So, whatever, we'll make it work. All right, here's the dust collection bag, and I'll end up attaching this to my dust collection system. Let's see, instruction manual. We'll read most of it. All right, now the good part. Whoa! That thing is huge. Let's see, I'm gonna turn this GoPro on here. Let's see. Yep, pretty much takes up the whole box. And it looks like it's pretty much all together, so that makes it an easy setup. Sweet, all right, let me see if I can get this thing out of here. Without hurting myself. Let's see, there's a bag. I don't want that. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, oh, it's in the foam good. All right. There we go. All right. Oh. There we go. Oh, my board's not. Oh, I clipped something. Oh, let's see. Am I on there? Pretty much, mostly. All right, I just don't want to scratch my top of my saw. What do I got? Tape on my boot. All right. Cool. All right, let's see. I'm sure the instruction manual is going to say, take all the plastic and cardboard and stuff off of here. Plug. Zip tie holding it down. Cardboard. Some foam. Somehow get it out of there. All right. Let's see. How do we unlock the blade? There we go. All right. There's nothing in here. Okay. More cardboard. Man, that thing is big. All right, because I know people are going to ask. Let's see what the dimensions are right here. So the base is approximately 26 inches, like 26 3/4. I'm going to call it 26 inches. Or not 20, 25 3/4-ish. I'm going to say 76 or 26. And this is with the in the 45, or actually in the 60, it looks like it's about 18 inches. All right, let's see if we can. I probably should read the instructions before I start flipping buttons and stuff, but it's a miter saw. They all pretty much work the same. So that way, ooh, that is smooth. Look at that. Now I've read some reviews. I did a lot of research between this saw and a DeWalt. What's the other one? The blue one. My brain just fried. I can't remember what the blue one. What is that? Anyways, and you know, there's a lot of reviews talking about the deflection this way of an 1/8 inch or so. And yeah, with this kind of arm, I can see that versus being on the two sliding rods. It's a little bit more rigid. But I wanted this one because it didn't have the sliding rods. You know, it's just that much more space I gotta, you know, put on the bench. I want to actually make this bench just a tiny bit smaller, and this will allow me to do that. Because once it's up, this is the back. It doesn't go any further, you know. But man, that's a nice smooth action right there. I like that. All right, well, let's get into the instruction manual and make sure we do it all right. All right, let's see. Safety stuff. Power tool safety, just like in every other thing. All right, safety. Changing the blade, unplug it. Doing anything with the blade, unless you're cutting something, unplug it. And I'm probably going to end up changing this blade that came with it. I'll put, you know, something a little better on there. But anyways, all right, safety stuff. Plug it into a wall. Something about California stuff, proposition, whatever. All right. And then of course there's the page with all the, tells you what everything is called by their official names. Yeah, unpacking. Yep. Do we have everything? We'll find out. Unpacking. Oh, the contents list. All right, there we go. Might as well, there's only a few items here. We got the saw. We got a Torx blade wrench, which I've probably stored back here. It is right here. More foam. You got a little wrench to change the blade and stuff. Work clamp right here. The dust bag. The support extensions. Extension clamps, which is, I'm assuming, these. Wing nuts, washers, and the adapter for the dust collection. All right, cool. Mounting and transportation, I'm not worried about that. Mounting saw to a table surface, there's holes in it so you can drill it, you can bolt it down. Yep. All right, installing the workpiece support extensions. Now I'll probably end up taking these off. I'm gonna put them on there for now because I'm gonna actually build it into the table and these will just be in the way. But for this, we'll go ahead and put them in. It says, insert one of the support extensions into the underside of the base at the cast in handle cutout. So that's right there. And I'm sure that we got to figure out how to bolt that on there, huh? Oh, that goes on, that's what these are, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Oh, we got to flip it over. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I don't know what the best way to flip this thing over is. Let's see, how do I lock this from that's the bevel. That doesn't lock it. Let's see. Nope, that's turning it. We'll just lock that down for now. Got to figure out how to lock it in place. I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know which button to hit here. That's the depth deal. Sure, there's a something. That's for the deal. Well, we'll get to that when we get to the instructions. All right, so I'm just going to flip it over on its end here. Make sure that's not going to get damaged. All right, there we go. That should be good. And let's see. All right, turn it around. Got to make sure I don't mess the cord up. All right, can we see that? Yeah. Oh, I see. These go like this. That looks like that goes like that. Voila. Lock washer, wing nut. All right. There we go. Slide it as far out as I can, I guess. All right, let's do the other one. Can't reach it. Just knock it off the table. That would suck. All right. Lock washer. Wing nut. Well, kind of a weird angle here for me. Try not to. Wow. I promise I know how to use a wing nut, guys. There we go. I don't really care if I didn't cross thread it. All right. Straight. All right, I don't imagine those need to be torqued down too hard. Okay, done. There's the handle. Oh, yeah, I gotta figure out how to lock that thing. All right, cool. And that looks like pretty much the assembly of this thing. There's all the, what is this? There's parts breakdown. I guess we need to order a new part, I guess. All right. Did that. Workpiece support extensions installed. Work clamp. It's gonna go in the hole back here. Right there, there's a hole. And that's, doesn't really work very well with that thing. I guess you take that deal out. All right, dust bag. Dust bag. Installed. Wow, okay, that's kind of weird. And yeah, removing and replacing the blade. I'm not going to take the blade off of this right now. All right. Careful when it says, this one's about, be careful when you're cutting warped material, clamping wide pieces. It's got to be better than this because that's doesn't really sit in there very well. I mean, just barely. Yeah. That's a lot of clamping, or a lot of threads there. All right, we'll mess with that later. All right, let's see, supporting long pieces, yep. If you're gonna say if you're putting the long piece on here, make sure you have something on this end to support it. All right, power switch lock. Okay. Power switch, oh gosh. All right, so the power switch lock on this thing versus something like this, where you take the little piece out and now you can't turn it on. There is a hole in the switch that you put a padlock in, and that will lock the switch. All right, put that lock on there, don't lose the key. All right, shadow line. To activate the shadow line, all right, we'll look at that when we plug it in and turn it on. So this doesn't have like a laser or anything like that. It's got just a line, you know, there's a LED somewhere up in here that shines a light down on the blade, and that creates a shadow on the workpiece where it's gonna cut, which I like. I have it on my little chop saw, and I think it's pretty cool because I can see exactly where it's gonna cut, you know, pretty close anyways. All right, next. Non-sliding cuts. Oh, here we go. How do we lock this thing? That's, no. I always engage the slide prevention lock before making any non-sliding locks. So where is the slide prevention lock? Is that it? No, that's for this. All right, let's see. Where is this thing? There's non-sliding. Loosen the miter lock knob A, which is this guy. Use your thumb to push in the miter detent lock and set the miter angle to 0. It is at 0. Blah, blah, blah. Use the indicator. And we're going to check all that stuff. We'll get in there and you know, make sure that the things are, because you can, it looks like you can adjust the miter and, you know, the little pointer and all that if it's a little bit off. Anyways, all right. Raise the head saw to its up position. Position to work, blah, blah, blah. Release the miter detent button and tighten the miter lock knob. Check that the head is now securely in position. It is not locked. Am I doing something wrong here? What does this do? Well, all right. Unlocked. Push this in. Lock it. Well, nope. All right. All right. Loosen the miter lock knob. Use your thumb to push in the miter detent lock button. Set the miter. All right, set it to 0. It is at 0. Release the detent button and tighten the miter lock knob. Check that the saw head is securely in the lock position. It is not. I don't know, guys. Now it's just talking about positioning it. Lower the saw blade down. Disengage power switch. Allow the blade to come to complete stop. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I'm a little confused. I don't know how that would actually lock it. I mean, that lock keeps it obviously from moving that way. This has got to be the bevel, right? Maybe. All right, well, there's a lot of little clamps on here for all kinds of different things. All right, well, we'll see. Bevel cuts. Unlock. There's a little thing back here. That says unlocked. I don't know what the other side's for. There we go. All right. That locks it in. I guess both sides, depending on your left-handed or right-handed, huh? All right. Put that back to 0. Let's see, that says 0 on that pointer. Yep. All right. Still want to figure out how to lock this thing in place here. Let me move this stupid thing out of the way. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. That's it. All right, so you can see there's a little deal right there. Pretty easy, huh? All right, so this guy right here, you just slide it down, and it looks like there's 2 settings that's all the way back, and then you can slide it out just a little bit. I guess it depends on your workpiece. Okay, cool. Locked. All right. There it is. Sliding lock. All right, cool. Yeah, for all the compound miters and stuff, whatnot. All right. Slide cuts, tips for cutting crown molding. All right, now it just gets into like different thing here. Auxiliary fence. All right, so we got an auxiliary fence here. And slide it out. Looks like you can take it all, nope, can't take it all the way out, but you got a big old piece, got a little auxiliary fence, both sides, and I'm sure there's a way to take it out. Probably got to unscrew this right here, it looks like. So, cool, auxiliary fence. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yep. All right, and then we're going to get into the adjustments and all that, but we're going to make sure, I kind of want to just see how it is right out of the box, you know, without doing any adjustments on it. So I'm going to get it all plugged in, and we'll get some scrap wood up here, make some cuts, and see how it goes. All right, back in a sec. Okay, so it's all plugged in. I'm ready to make some test cuts. But, you know, it's thirsty work getting out here in the shop, you know, so just want to get a drink of water real quick. Refreshing. All right, so I got some test wood, just some test material here. It's 2x4. I got a piece of plywood, 3/4 inch. It's about 14 inches. I was looking to see if I had the full 17 inches or whatever it is. I'll figure out what that is later on. So I just want to do a test cut, see how it is right out of the box before we do any type of you know, adjustments or anything. All right, let's see what we got. Let me unlock it first. Well, I guess I don't need to with a 2x4. We'll leave it locked for that. All right, here we go. First cut on the new saw. You guys are here with me. Cool. I'm just going to cut this bad boy in half. I'm not going to worry about locking it down with the clamp thing and all that, so I'm going to just hold it. All right, looks like you got to pull this little safety switch in. Stops pretty quick. That's good. That's always important. If you get one of these things, I'm yelling at you. I got my headphone or ear defenders on. So if you get one of these things and you trust it and it just keeps on spinning, doesn't stop very fast, don't use it. Take it back. There's something wrong with it, with the blade brake. All right. Anyways, let's try it out. It's pretty good. All right. Let's see. Are we pretty squared right there at 0 all the way back? I'd say that's pretty good. I like it. All right, cool. So let's do a cut with this on this piece of plywood here. Oh yeah, that does, oh well, I guess it would help if I put the little bag on. I was about to say that little dust collection bag doesn't work very well, but we'll see. All right, we'll put this on. All right. All right, so now I'll unlock it. All right, let's do a sliding miter cut. Smooth. All right, cool. I'm actually not really sure how square this piece is, but we'll go anyways. All right, let's see. It looks like it's gonna cut. I don't know if it'll cut that one all the way through. How wide is that? I thought it was 14 inches. Let me see. We shall see. That's yeah, 13 7/8. All right, we'll see. All right, it did not cut that all the way. That's cool, no worries. Looks pretty good. All But we'll go ahead and check the blade angle and all that stuff and see how it goes. Let me unplug it. I don't want to cut my finger off. All right, unplugged. Now we can mess with the blade. All right, so what I'm going to do is, you know, you can get your miter saw, or your miter saw, I'm so excited about this thing. You can get your combo square out and use this if you want. I'm going to use my digital angle finder here. So I'm just going to set this on here. And let me get my little, there's a GoPro right here. Are we recording? Nope. All right. So I'm going to zero it out. 0. All right. I'm going to lower the blade. And I'm going to see what we look like on the bevel. 90.02 or 90.2. And that might be me because I was messing with it a little bit. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that to 90. Ooh, just barely. And let's see, put this on 0. Ooh, it's kind of tight. That looks like 0 to me on there. .7, all right. 89, I'm trying not to move it with my fingers here, it's what's kind of flipping back and forth. 89.7. 89.9. Push it. 89.9. There's 90. All right, 90. And you know what? That looks pretty darn good to me. I'm gonna leave it right there, not adjust that. But if you had to adjust the little pointer, you just unscrew it right there and you can move it a little bit to get it on the 0 mark. You know, and you can also take these 3 screws out here and adjust the actual plate if you really had to, but it looks pretty good to me. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll lock that guy in. All right. So now we need to make sure that the miter is good. You know, to line the blade with the fence. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to lock it in place right there. I'll lock that in. All right. And we're going to use my combo for this one. Put it back together. And you know what, actually I might use this one instead. Let's see, we'll do both of them and see which one's the best. All right, so I'm just gonna stick this right here. Now you gotta watch out that you don't hit just the teeth on the blade or you're gonna get a false reading. And I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I'm hitting 2 teeth, just so I can see. And just by looking at it, I mean, it looks pretty darn close to me. And then we'll look at the pointer over here, and that's looks like 0 to me, and it's in the detent. So, you know, I think that's good. Might need some adjustments as I'm cutting, and we'll see, you know, how, if it's really off. But for fresh out of the box, I think that's pretty good. One of the other things I do want to check is the depth thing. So you can take this, and if say you wanted to cut some rabbits or something, you can take this little detent right here. So right here, this little guy, you flip it. Right now it's full cut, but you can flip it down and it'll lock. So you can only go so far. And then to loosen it, oh, they got that thing torqued in there. All right, let me get a Big old hex head thing, it looks like, or star. What is that? Oh, big old star bit. Oh, do I have one big enough? Let's see. That's too small. I can tell that right now. There we go. All right. We'll loosen that up some. And then turn. All right. So now you can see it only goes so far. You can set this to whatever you need. And I'm going to put a piece of this up here. And let's see, maybe about halfway-ish. There's about halfway. So that's halfway. Now I'm going to turn the wing nut down and we'll lock that in place so it doesn't move while it's cutting. Cool. All right. So now we can do a, we can do it like a rabbit or something. And one of the things I do want to check is I want to check that side-to-side deflection that I've read about on the reviews. Pretty much all of them had it, unless you go with like the really high-end ones. But my budget was this. It was $500, and I didn't really see the need to spend thousands of dollars on a miter saw. So, but if you can spend that kind of money, man, more power to you. All right, so we're gonna plug it in. Get another sip of water real quick. Good. All right, so let's see what we got here. Make sure we're unlocked. All right. I mean, that's me moving it. I mean, me just doing a whole in the same spot. And I mean, it looks pretty good. Now I can see if you're, trying to do that, yeah, you can mess it up. So let's see. I'm gonna take it out and I'm actually gonna try to move it over some. Yeah. Now I'm putting force on it this way to make that cut like that. So I'll bring it back this way. Yeah. But if I just nice and easy. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. I mean, that looks pretty square to me. I'm really happy with that. Cool. So let's try a bevel. Or yeah, let's get rid of this so I can make a cut all the way through. Get another piece of wood. And so this thing goes 60 degrees. I'm not sure what that's for. So we unlock it. It'll go 60 degrees to the right. And there's a detent. And then there's going to be detents at your standard, 45, 31 and a half. There's 31.6, and then 22 and a half. So your standard detents on a miter saw. And then of course you can set it. Say I want to make a 37 degree cut and lock it in place. Feels pretty tight, and I'm not really sure what that is. We should figure that out before I do too much. So let me see what that thing is. What that clamp is for. Lockdown dealio. Let's see. Let's go back to the parts or the pictures here. Bevel lock unlock handle. Oh, so can you do it from back here? You still got to flip that down. Yeah. Oh, okay. No. looks like it kind of locks in place. All right, so let's put this back up to 0. All right, we'll just do a 37-degree cut. Looks like 37, or what I have this set at. I moved it a little bit, so 38, a little over 38. What do you think? Let's see. 0. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah? Cool. All right. So there it is, guys. The Ridgid R4251 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw. I really like it. This is just, this action right here is just ridiculously smooth. It's amazing. I mean, just, you know, one finger, boom, 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 done. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. For you guys that are interested in the specifications on this, you know, it's on the box, it's online, all that kind of stuff. But I thought I'd go ahead and just kind of tell you what they are anyways. So we can start with the cord. The cord past this clamp right here that it comes with is 6 foot. So you need that. Let's see. So it comes with a 12-inch, obviously, blade. And then it comes with a 60-tooth blade. That's pretty good for most fine stuff. So, yeah. Let's see, it says it weighs 57 pounds, not too bad. Let's see, what else? This is, you know, United States, so standard 120 volt, whatever, 115, you're good to go. 15 amps on the motor. It says 4,000 RPMs on no load, so if it's just sitting there spinning, I guess. The blade max speed is 5,500 RPMs. The blade thickness that it comes with is an 1/8 inch. That's about standard. And then the kerf is, you know, so yeah, same thing. What else? Let's see. So as far as its dimensions, so right now I've got it locked in place down and it won't slide. So if you're looking at maybe putting it on a bench or something, you're like, hey man, how much, you know, space do I need with this all the way out at 0? So to the back, from the back to the actual knob there is 30 inches, plus or minus, I'm all, but close to 30 inches. So that would depending on what you want to do with your bench, that's what it needs to be. So the actual, this part to the tabletop is, let's see, that is 24 3/4. The height of the auxiliary fences is, let's see if I can pull my thing right, here we go. It's 4 3/4. The height of the fence without the auxiliaries on there is 1 3/8 from the table to the top of this. Let's see, what else do we need to look at? As far as from the bottom to the very top of this table, it is, let's see, approximately 3 5/8 that way. So cool. What else? Can't really think of any other major specifications anybody would ask for, but yeah. All right, cool. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave a comment down below, email me, whatever you want to do. And hopefully in the next few weeks here, I'll get the table redesigned. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it, or the bench rather, and kind of just want to rip the whole thing out and start over, but I don't know. We'll see. I probably will. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again. Any questions? You know, down in the comments below, please let me know. I'll answer them as best I can. If you liked the video and you found it helpful, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to subscribe, that'd be pretty sweet too. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.